Hello and welcome to Scrapyard Wars. Gadget Joe. In this video we're going to take a second look at the workshop that I've been working on. As you can remember from the first video, I showed you what the shed looked like before it was taken apart. As you can see right now, I'm working on the base. The base is near enough finished. It doesn't look brilliant, but there's a reason behind that, which I'll explain shortly. The base itself, the workshop is still in pieces in the corner of the garden as it was before. But the base is what I've been focusing on this last couple of weeks, which is also why we've not been putting much content out in form of videos, which we will be doing very shortly. I have got some videos coming out, but then once this is all done, you're going to see some new videos in a new format in the new workshop. So, what have we been doing in these last couple of weeks? This base is made up of pieces of wood, 4x2 pieces of wood. I had about 200 of these. Sat around, so I thought I'm going to use some salvage some wood that I've already got and make this base. I've done it in a ladder style, which means that then when I've come to fix it into position, I can actually adjust it all slightly. I found that when you get long lengths of wood, I've done bases before, bigger than this in fact, with single lengths of timber, which is all well and good, but then I wanted to try and do it where I use a lot of the stuff that I've already got, because I thought once the workshop's finished, it's going to look fantastic. It's going to look all nice and modern and exactly how I want it. But because we got this workshop, this shed, for so cheap, in fact we got it for free, I thought I'm going to try and follow that theme along. So not just for obviously watching the progress of a workshop, I thought other people can watch this now. And if they're wanting to do something like this for themselves, whether it's for a tech workshop or whether it's for woodworking, crafts, whether it's for anything they want really, and they wanted to build a workshop, I wanted to do it in a sense that you can actually see it in a way that you can do this too, and it doesn't really need to cost a lot of money at all. As I said, the shed was free. It cost me £30 to get a van, to get it to come down here. It took us 2 days to get it taken apart because it was made in 1948. Now, bearing that in mind, I wanted to try and salvage as much of the existing shed as possible, and then just obviously restore some other bits and replace some bits that need replacing. And that sort of really made me think, actually, no, I'm going to do this as a budget-conscious build, effectively. And I'm going to go with that. So I thought I'm going to carry it on with a base. The base is 16 foot going this way, by 8.5 foot going this way, but it's secured in place by 8 posts that are all 15 inches deep, and they are concreted into position, and then the actual base is secured to that in each corner, 2 in the middle and then 2 on either side, and that basically gives it the rigidity that it needs to basically make it not go anywhere. What I did then is, before I secured the base to it, I decided to start levelling it all out. I put some tarpaulin over the top because underneath this is a large hole that I dug about probably a foot deep, and that's got a load of rubble in it and some sand in it to basically give it a bit more of a solid surface. Once I've done that, I put the tarpaulin on top, and the reason for the tarpaulin is to try and stop, it gives it that double layer for the base, so that when obviously everything's sat on it, and because the base is wooden, it sort of separates it from the ground and then stops the wood from rotting. Everything is put together, everything is levelled. It doesn't look amazing, probably doesn't look very level to yourself because I've not actually finished it yet. I've got the framework done, I've got everything sat down. At the moment I'm getting some more of these, and I'm building the internal supports that are going here. As you can see, I've already done a couple of them over here. Once that's all done, I'm getting some boarding, some OSB or plywood, whichever I can get is is going to be available. Then I'm going to board the top completely. Once I've done that, I'm going to take what you can see in the corner here, the floorboard. This is actually the existing floorboard. There is another half of this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take as much of the original floorboard as I can and save it. There was quite a bit that I did have to get rid of because it was rotten, it was falling to pieces, it was just seen better days. But I've tried to salvage as much as I can physically salvage from that. So what I've done is I've restored it. I've got the battens put on the back. I've got some more to put on. Once this base is finished, I'm going to get that on there. You're going to see some videos of that. I will warn you, this has been very hard work to do. I've been doing it all by myself, and I'm not exactly the skinniest person. So getting down on my hands and knees and doing this hasn't been particularly easy. So if you're into that sort of thing, then you're getting a bit of a treat. But yeah, in the videos, you're going to see me working on it, and you'll see what I've been doing. In the next video, you're going to get a bit more of an action shot of what's going on. There's a full progress of actually putting the sides up and the roof on. The sides should go up quite well. They'll just need securing back into position. There is some panels that need replacing. When it comes to the roof, that's what needs replacing properly. The roof is... It's in okay condition, but it does need new boarding putting on it. Once it's finished, then I'll be putting some new felt on, because at the moment it's got about 12 layers of felt that's been put on over the years, and that's just more sort of robust and solid, which is fine for the strength of it, but then it's just not, it's quite brittle. So I'm going to come to replacing that, so you'll see that in another video. So on the next video, you'll probably likely see me finishing this base off. You'll see me getting the walls up and everything put into place, and then you'll get a bit of a better idea of what's going on with this whole workshop. Now, when I come back to the point I was mentioning before, this shed was free. It cost me £30 to get it delivered to the house. All this wood I already had. I bought some extra few little bits. I bought some extra timbers for the braces for the floorboard. I've got some screws. I've got some more fittings. I was gifted a drill by my mother-in-law to make things a little bit easier, working alongside the one I've already got. And everything, including the delivery, has come to £95. So if you take the delivery out, it's only £65. So I've got myself a 16 by 8.5 foot workshop for £65. Now I know that's going to go up in the time, but I'm hoping, originally the original budget was going to be quite high. We thought we were going to make this from the ground up, which is all well and good, but realistically, when you actually look into what they cost, they can be upwards of up to about £3,000 for one this size, including all the base and the structural work and everything you need to do. So what I said is I'm going to try and keep this as a conscious, budget-conscious minded build. Now that might appeal to more people, and it'll definitely appeal to us because we're on the lower income of everything. And that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to put in some footage of obviously me doing some more work, which you'll be seeing as the video goes along. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. If you've got any ideas that you want to put forward, you think that we could change, adapt, we can do anything, or you'd like to see added to it, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Look past all this as it is now, and then when you get to a final project and you see it all together, and you'll be amazed with what actually you can get for not very much money. So if you're wanting to keep a track of what's going on, and you're wanting to follow me on this journey, whether it's part of the Gadget Joe for the technology side of things to see what's going on, or whether you're just wanting to see what it's like to build a shed, a workshop, a playhouse, anything like that that you're wanting to build on a budget, then don't forget to hit subscribe so that you can see the progress of this as it goes along. I'm not a vlogger, so I'm not very good at this. I'm normally sat in front of a camera or doing a voiceover, and you can see it, you can follow it along, and it's making it a little bit more personal. Again, if you've got any ideas, I'd love to hear them. Don't forget to hit subscribe, because by subscribing you're helping the channel grow, and also you're not going to miss out on any of these projects going on or the progress of it. And that's pretty much it. So if you like what you see, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.